Hi stamping friends, Melissa Kerman here with Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I sell all the products that I share in my videos. I also do in-person events. I have an online club and a free card kits program for people who purchase through my online store. For more information, check out the video description below. Today's projects were created for the Color Fusers blog hop for January 2019. The color scheme is Mint Macaron, Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, and White. And I'll be featuring the Beauty Abounds stamp set, which is a brand new set in the Occasions catalog that just went live. For this project, I've used heat embossing and I've used multiple generations of stamping to create somewhat of a collage effect on my focal piece. So for this first image, I've used full ink, but for several of the other images, I've done second inking, third inking, etc. And I'm just filling in the two sides of my focal piece. Next, I'm coming in with the Balmy Blue, and I'm going to do some butterflies in that color with full ink first, and now I've used the second ink and second ink again. And when you use first and second ink, it just gives your project a lot more dimension and interest. It looks more realistic. So I've done both of those butterflies in full ink and then a couple of times stamped off or in second ink. Now I'm using the large sort of bokeh dots image there, and this is a pretty cool image because when you stamp it, each of the images actually has different depths of color. And now I'm coming in with the smaller dots, or the bokeh dots looking image, and just doing it here and abouts, also using first and second inking in various spots. This is sort of a collage, and my goal is to create a lot of dimension and depth and make it hopefully not too busy and find the right balance as far as the weight of the images spread throughout the focal piece. So now I've heat embossed my sentiment there, the thanks at the top, and did that off camera. And now I'm basically just assembling the card. My Balmy Blue piece, of course, has Stampin' Dimensionals in behind. And I'm just attaching that to the front of the card base. And as you can see, I stamped on the back side. Didn't like the stamping on that side. It might have been just too busy for my taste, or just not the right balance of the images in various spots. And I do that a lot because I almost never go with the first thing that I've stamped because I'm just kind of playing around with the look. So now I'm just playing with the placement of my additional elements. I've got a couple of these tiny little butterflies that are punched out of the coordinating framelits that go with the Beauty Abounds set. Those framelits are called the Butterfly Beauty Thinlits. And there are a ton of shapes in that set of thinlits. In fact, you get multiple dies of some of the smaller images, or the shapes rather, so that you can die cut a bunch all at the same time. So now on one of my butterflies, I've actually used one of my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, cut it actually in a quarter, and I'm going to place that in behind one of the butterflies. Now that's going to make it popped up quite a bit. And then I'm going to use glue dots under some of the other butterflies, so each of them is sort of varying heights, and it just gives the project a little bit more dimension and variation. And I'm using my paper piercing tool both to pick up the little butterfly as well as to place it where I want. And that glue dot is quite a bit bigger than the butterfly itself, so I'm using my paper piercing tool to make sure that it's tucked under the butterfly and doesn't show. Next, I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on each of those little tiny butterflies. And I'm using my paper piercing tool to press down in the center of what would be the bodies of the butterflies so that those wings kind of pop up a little bit, and I'm showing that to you now. Now I did add some rhinestones to both of these cards after the video was taped, and you can see those in these close-ups here. So I hope you've enjoyed my project and video today, and if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and happy crafting!